Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the DXM 2021 with the top 16 cut. My name is Scamden Daniel, and with me today is Sebastian, aka Rushtar.
Good morning.
And we have a co-host with us. Welcome, everybody. Phil from the Firestorm Squadron Firecast.
Morning, everyone.
So, Phil, tell us a little bit about yourself. About maybe some of the viewers don't know you yet.
Yeah, fair enough. So, as you alluded to, I'm part of the Firestorm Firecast. We stream every other Friday night in the UK. Before you starting, already got my co-host Nick in the chat saying I'm not allowed to be called Phil. No, in the world of X, we're only allowed to be called Pond. That's because of something between me and you. Phil GC, damn it, which will not leave me alone. To be fair, Nick is small and Welsh and very far away, so I'll let him have his own little moan in the corner. But yes, no, we stream every other Friday night on Twitch. We streamed the UK Open and the UK Nationals last year and the year before. We have been going for a couple of years now. We absolutely love it. We kind of, the way we treat things on the Firecast is it's beer and pretzels. It's kind of the Grand Tour / Top Gear meets X-Wing. So it's the three of us just having a laugh, taking the mickey out of each other and playing a few casual games here and there, and occasionally taking things seriously.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, it's an absolute laugh. And yeah, in the meantime, the rest of us do kind of take it semi-seriously playing. I mean, Dom's a fantastic player, of course. Nick and Dom, my two co-hosts. Dom, of course, making it to top 32 of Worlds last year and top 16 in the UK Open. Previous year and top 16 in the UK Open last year. Myself making it to the top 32 of the UK Open last year, and Nick crashing out and just going sitting on the commentary.
Yeah, nice. Let's take a look at the game that we have right now. For the top 16, we have Illy from Germany playing against Julian Hood. Oh, I misspelled his name. Wait a second. Here we go. Good.
You might want an L in there.
Yes. Against Julian Hood. He's from Australia, right? But living in the UK.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's part of the 186 Squadron.
Yeah. So we have had Julian on stream yesterday. Phil, maybe you want to guide us through the list.
Sure, no problem. So this is a variation of something that Julian's been running for a little while now. So this is Fifth Brother with passive sensors and homing missiles, Seventh Sister with passive sensors and the Magpulse warheads, Ved Foslo with passive sensors, and Death Train with passive sensors, Diamond Boron missiles, thermal detonators, and delayed fuses.
Yeah, and we have seen yesterday how good he is with that list. And Russia, Illy has an interesting list. What is he playing?
He's playing the Republic, the Galactic Republic, with Anakin Skywalker in the ETA-2 Actis. The Brilliant Evasion, I thought that was bad. Predator, Autoblasters, R7, A7 to change hits into crits. Stealth device. And 4 Blue Squadron Protector Torrents with dedicated ion missiles and synchronized console. That's a really interesting squadron.
Yeah, absolutely. We had him on stream this week playing against Dodo, and we have seen how well he plays that list. Okay, so first of all, Sub Hedgehog, thank you very much for the gifted sub. And I also started the bets, so you can now bet some wicked points on either of the players. If you want to bet on Illy, exclamation point, bet space 1, and then the amount of points you bet, and exclamation point, bet space 2, and the amount of points if you want to bet on Julian. So, what do you think matchup-wise? Who has the upper hand here? Just by looking at the lists, if there is a way of saying if anybody has an upper hand, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to take my personal bias out of it because, naturally, I'm going to be putting for Jules in this one. With the ATA, I do think Brilliant Evasion has finally found its home. I don't think it's worth it on the ATA Sprite, but I definitely think on the ATA it's worth it. I do like this list here with the dedicated ion missile combination with synchronized consoles. I think if he manages to get those off into Death Rain or Ved Foslo, you can slow the list down quite a lot. But in terms of the amount of arc dodging and just pure jamminess that the Inquisitors can do with the linked evades and everything else, I think I probably would give it to Jules, even taking my personal bias out of the equation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Torrents probably have a hard time trying to put some damage, especially on the Inquisitors. I mean, 3 agility with evade and force is just, we all know how hard to pin, they are to pin down.
Oh yeah, it's not just nail them down in terms of position. It's once you finally trap one, it's then pushing the damage through in the first place. It's getting them in a place where you can shoot them is one thing. Pushing the damage through is completely another ballgame.
Yeah.
So Deathrain's already taking his first lock onto the Anakin here. The Empire's boosting out of their deployment zone as fast as they can.
So yeah, Anakin will not have none of it, because he probably just goes fast, boost away, or maybe even do the pre-boost. The EDAs, they look a lot of fun to play, to be honest. I mean, I'm no Republic man, but I like the model, I like the dial, I like what they can do. But we have not seen too many of them in like the big tournaments that we had so far. Maybe people still have to get used to it. I mean, if you can get them in a bad spot, they can pop pretty fast with only 3 hull.
Yeah, and it's the same with Fenrau or Sinterfell. If you can trap them, get them at range 2 with no tokens or no force, then yeah, they can go pop fairly easily, or the dreaded triple blank, and just everything goes through at once. But the 8-2, although yeah, again, we haven't seen a huge amount of big tournaments at the moment. It's because, well, yeah, it was out right at the end of last year. We haven't had a huge amount to see them in. I haven't played them personally, but I've played against them a few times. We had them on our stream on Friday night where Nick was using them. I played against GC when he's been using them, so I have seen them on the table, even though I haven't used them myself. And yeah, they're a very slippery customer. They are different to fly than the Aether Sprite, and I think it's probably one of the biggest things is you can't treat the 2 ships the same, especially if you're flying Annie-Obi. The way they interact is different. The way the actual ship works, of course, with the way that you have Patience and Yoda and Shakti and all the other different pilots and abilities, it's a very different ship. I really like it.
Is Phil GC flying them in a 2-ship list? Do you know that?
Yes. Do you need to ask? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, DT's been flying a variant of Annie-Obi.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Phil. It's what he does.
He's my personal hero. He inspired me to play Guri Fen at regionals.
Don't get me started on Guri Fen. Listen, Phil's my next door neighbor, effectively. He lives 15 minutes up the road from me, and the amount of practice I've had against Fen Guri is to the point that any other Guri player I can beat because, well, Phil gives me headaches with Guri. No one else does.
Yeah.
He puts Guri in place. You go, how the hell did you think of that? I blocked you here, and here, and I covered up for your escape routes here and here, and you still managed to get out of it.
But Guri has all the escape routes.
Yes. But then again, this is why he also likes Annie-Obi and the 8-2, because with the maneuver boosting and barrel is the position, it's a similar effect to the advanced sensors, and they've got such a slippery dial. So yes, it's a similar thing. So yeah, Phil having 2 at the table at the same time, yes, he's even more of a headache to deal with.
I personally, I have most fun with these advanced sensor shenanigans, and that's why I said those EDAs probably are really fun to fly. And like you said, it gives your opponent headaches. You have to think of even more than you would have if there is a ship that does not have any pre-maneuver, like how do you say it? You know what I mean, like moving before the actual engagement phase.
Yeah. So with the in-system phase, with the pre-coordinative reflexes or the advanced sensors or supernatural reflexes, any of the above. Yeah, it's a way of giving your opponents not only a headache, but because then they figure out the moves you want to do, and then of course they go, okay, I've seen what you're doing, now I can just change it entirely. So it's very hard to know down. So yeah, Nick put in the comments he's going to upload the video of him flying them the other night today. It'll be on our YouTube channel later on.
Oh, nice.
Getting back to the game, what do you guys think will be the first squadron to engage the enemy here? Because right now we are just flying in circles.
Yeah, I could imagine that Julian might turn the Inquisitors inside the asteroid field. They're small base, they have hard ones, they're nimble, they have a very good dial. I don't know if he wants to split up his squad too much. But Deathrain, he's a beefy boy. I don't know if he wants to go through the asteroid field. But he can put pressure on Anakin. So that is might be an advantage here. I think Julian is the one to search the approach first.
Maybe, and you got to remember that Jules has already got the early lock with Death Rain onto Annie, so he doesn't have to worry about if he gets through the obstacles. He has the boost available on Death Rain, so Death Rain is still rather maneuverable as well with the barrel roll and the boosting mechanics. With that early lock, he doesn't have to worry about trying to take it, which is going to be good for him. I do think that Jules has to be careful of not committing too hard through the asteroids and through the gas clouds, but again, here you see him getting that early lock without any consequences. I think it'll be won or lost whether whoever engages first, how bad it is for the opponent, whether that be Jules or Illy.
Yeah, Illy catering all those Torrents now.
Mm.
So maybe thinks about slow engagement.
I mean, he can afford to lose one of the Torrents if he manages to maybe get half of Death Rain or something like that. They're really
it depends on
cheap
what you
pieces.
think the trade will be worth it here.
Yeah. I mean, points-wise, it will not be enough with the ion missiles and the dedicated and synchronized console. They're 30 points each. So he has to look for a better trade regarding points. But still, if you can like triple one of the Empire ships pretty hard so that he has to disengage maybe, this could be an advantage. So he definitely can be a little bit more aggressive, I guess, with the Torrents than with Anakin for now.
Yeah. Of course, with having dedicators as well, you can help Annie out if he does have that triple blank. For me, it all depends on if he loses one or two Torrents and doesn't take a ship with him. I think then he'll be on the back foot there because Annie is good. Annie can solo Julian's list, but Julian won't allow it to happen. It'll be, as I said, if movie one lost between target priority, I think for Illy, I think target priority is get rid of Death Rain and get rid of Fifth Brother, then Seventh Sister, and probably leaving Third Foslo to last.
Yeah.
In terms of Julian, I'm not quite sure. What do you think Jules should go for first?
I'm not sure. Maybe he decides what Illy is going to offer him. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I think Jules will want to try and get Annie off the table as quickly as possible because he knows that if Annie's able to get behind him, he'll never be shooting at Annie again.
Yeah.
So he wants to get rid of Annie as quickly as possible, which is why he's got the two early locks for no consequences. Which is Jules, knowing what his win condition is. I mean, Paul in the comments says so. That's from Veteran Instincts. Go check out their channel for the 186, especially their Bad Company series they do at the moment. No, sorry, Bad Batch series. So the dedicated Torrents will take time to burn down, though. If Ellie can get Annie versus Ed and 7th, then he's in a decent spot. I do agree there.
I mean, Anakin is probably the most dangerous ship for Julian in Illy's list. So Julian keeping his ships together.
Yeah, he wants to keep those arcs as wide as possible, and as and when he can get those shot in on Anakin, put as much damage into him as possible. He also doesn't want the Torrents to be able to pick anything off either. And of course, with those iron missiles, that's going to be a lot easier for Illy if and when he's able to get those locks. Because at the moment, Illy doesn't have any locks. Jules has got 2 on Annie, and I think Jules is probably in the better position wise. I like the fact that he's got the rock between him and Illy, giving that 50-50 chance whether he's going to swing in and go hard for Annie or go run the outside and go for the Torrents, or he's going to cut through the middle. Not, it gives him choices that Illy probably doesn't want to try and predict, but is going to have to. So Jules here forcing the issue for me.
The chat's asking for Phil to up his volume a bit.
Yeah, I already did it. I know if it's better now. I raised.
I can put my microphone closer to my mouth, but I can't really speak up too much.
Okay. Maybe that's on my end because I hear you loud and clear. Gotta tweak some things here and there with my magic technical stuff.
Yeah. To be fair, the chat's usually asking me to be more quiet, so whoever's complaining, I'm like, thank you. I actually want to be heard for once, apparently. Nick does his best to turn me down all the time.
They want to hear your precious voice.
I think Nick has enough of that as is.
So with all those locks gained early, Julian can really bully out Anakin out of the engagement as he's slowly turning into the asteroid field here.
Oh yeah, completely agree. It's getting the early locks has been key for Jules, partly as you said to get him Annie out of the fight, but also when he does get there, he can have the double mods or the reposition as and when he needs it. And again, I think Illy choosing to have the Torrents go around and not have those locks himself is going to probably leave him quite exposed. But either way, I like, other positions is a very thinky turn, this one. Players are not quite. I think this is key for Jules here. He's going to decide if he's going to go hard after Anakin or if he's going to go after the Torrents. I think
probably it's easier to go for the Torrents. Way harder to catch Anakin. And if he overcommits to Anakin, the Torrents, even though they only have a 2-dice gun, but especially against Death Rain, that can be enough, especially when there are 4 shots coming into him from the Torrents. So if he decides to go between that gas cloud and the obstacle right next to the Inquisitors, you leave open a flank for the Torrents.
Yeah, completely. It's a decision that Jules is not going to take lightly, which is why he's taken a while to say his dials now. Whether he wants to commit to Anakin, whether he wants to commit to the Torrents, or how much he wants to leave that flank exposed. Jules is a very careful and methodical player. So although he's taking a while, this isn't Jules slow player. He likes to just think everything through that he's doing, which is why he's been one of the most consistent players over the last couple of years, making cuts across the board. But I think he'll go after Anakin here. I think he's got the locks. He wants to get Anakin off the board as quick as possible. He knows as soon as Anakin's gone, he can mop up the Torrents, absolutely no problem. But what do you guys think he'll do?
I guess that he will do that. And if Illy anticipates that as well, he might just go like hard in with yellow and the red turret and a long bank with blue and green, and try to get some quote unquote early, but like the first shots on one of the Empire ships. And Anakin, I mean, he can do the system phase boost and dial in a fast maneuver and try to get behind the Empire. So it's a 50-50 thing, I think. And right now, if I would be in Julian's position, I don't know what would be the best choice here.
I mean, as I think he wants to try and go after Anakin, try and get the missiles off and things, knowing that Anakin has that stealth device. And yeah, he's going to want to try and punish Illy as quickly as possible. Illy, I like where the torrents are, like to be able to just slow bank in and have the arcs as wide as possible. Yeah, it's even of course in the torrents aren't as scary without the locks. I do agree, but I think that he'll be able to set up very nicely for the turns to come. We all know that Annie with the R787 crit bot and the auto blasters will be able to rip Jules to shreds if he lets him get behind him. So it's going to be very interesting to see what he does. I think we can see Anakin just doing a 5 forward here and getting out of dodge, to be honest.
So Death Rain dropped the first fused thermal detonator here, getting a focus from his ability. So it looks like Julian is ready to engage something.
Could he place that bomb on the board?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, so right just behind Death Rain, where the...
Oh, okay.
this
So
thing
it's
with
so
the
dark.
thermal-
Okay.
Yeah, that's about to say the thermal.
Oh, that was
detonator,
close.
Unfortunately, is very, very dark. It's hard to see on
Yeah.
the mat. Yeah. Yeah,
Just
it's,
look for the
ooh.
fuse token.
Mm. Yes, Lloyd, it's me. Hello.
So Fifth Brother now turning into the asteroid field, followed by Seventh Sister.
Yeah, he's turning in, but he's doing it nice and slowly. He's keeping his options open because he was not sure what Anakin was going to do, so he wants to keep he wants to keep his options open. Wants to see what the Torrents are doing. Anakin, though, I quite like here for the next turn to do a 5 forward and just coming through the rocks behind. He wants to try and get behind Julian's list, and he wants the Torrents to come in front. He wants to kind of, I think Illy's aiming for some sort of pincer maneuver from either side, and Jules will be forced to accept one of those things. I think for Jules, probably he'll accept taking the ion missiles if he can get a decent shot in on Anakin. It's all about, as I said, it's all about the calculated trade. What Jules is prepared to lose to get rid of Anakin, and for Illy, it's all about the positioning. I really like, as much as my bias here is for Jules, I really like Illy's position with the Torrents and with Anakin because he's going to be able to threaten both sides of the board and with that pincer maneuver.
So I could imagine that if Illy gets good shots with those torrents on Death Rain, he might skip shooting with the ion missiles and just rely on primary and try to do a little bit more damage on Death Rain. I really like the ion missiles on the cheap guns like this, on the 2-die guns, because they give you the 3rd die, and with 2-die primary, you usually don't do more than 1 damage anyway, and they raise your chances to get that hit through quite a lot.
Yeah, agreed. Getting the 3rd dice is always good, and of course, being able to ion things, it's glorious because then you'll be able to just get slow roll in, get the focuses, and just be able to hammer it. And punish it for taking the ion. Of course, with Death Rain, you'll need the 2 ion tokens to be able to get it because it's a medium base ship. I think the Torrents, we know from years past with Double Jedi, Double Torrent how good they are both as blockers and as annoying P shooters that just will do plinky plink damage. And yeah, Illy's going to use them as both a distraction and as a gun. So I like the positioning here from both players. I think that this game, although you may not see an awful lot of violence, will be one that if you enjoy tactics, if you enjoy a very thoughtful game, this will be a good game to watch.
Yeah. And I could imagine this being a very close game until the end. We've had a lot of close games with lots of swings back and forth yesterday as well. It was very exciting to watch. we only had, I think, one game where that went pretty quickly. There was a lot of damage dealt pretty soon in the game, and the rest was like real nail biters.
Yeah, I mean, myself personally, I did play yesterday. I had 2 final salvos. I've not had a final salvo in years, and I had 2 of them. I won one and lost one, and I had a game that was also over in less than half an hour, where I was playing against Timo Hessel. Lovely guy, but turns out Imperial aces don't like tractors and double tapping large base ships to go, cool, here's a big arc, I just get you.
Sad Timo noises.
Very sad Timo noises, but lovely guy though. He's a very nice guy to play. I met him at the UK Open last year, so of course it's nice for us to get a game in this time around.
So the yellow Torrents now taking the first lock for the Republic.
There
Seven
we go.
Sisters being locked.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't gone for Fifth Brother here, to be honest. Because I don't think Red's going to be able to get Seventh Sister. No, he's going to be able to get Fifth, but not Seventh.
Okay, he's also locking Fifth Brother with a red Torrent now. So a little bit of splitting the fire might be coming up.
Maybe he's trying to keep his options open because you don't know where Fifth Brother and Seventh Sister are going to end up.
Whoa, super aggressive move by Fifth Brother here.
Okay. So looks like Julian didn't decide to go after Anakin at all.
Yeah,
I mean, they have
going off the
synchronized
top.
console, so they can swap those target locks.
Yeah.
So just lock something, and if you decide to shoot something else, you just use synchronized console.
Yeah, agreed. Not quite sure what he's going to do with the rest of his list here. If he's going hard off the Torrents, you can expect Death Rain to come in.
Yeah.
And try and put in. I mean, he's got between the homing missiles, between the Mag Pulse warheads, and the Diamond Boron missiles. Yeah, he's got a lot of tools to be able to get 1 or 2 Torrents off the board fairly quickly. But yeah, I'm not quite sure what the trade here is going to be worth it for Jules, but we shall see. Jules won't have done this by accident for sure.
So Julian probably trying to get rid of one of the Torrents before they can shoot.
Yeah, most likely it's a good position for Jules to be in, because he knows that Anakin's probably doing a 5 forward and coming around the gas cloud top, or he's going to kind of cut in, and then he'll be able to turn in on Anakin. So I think Jules is taking the position here of, if I can get a Torrent off the board before I go after Annie, then there's one less gun to irritate me whilst I'm trying to burn him down.
So lots of passive sensors activations here. Fifth Brother, Death Rain, all activating their passive sensors. Flipping those charges.
Yeah, again, keeping that option open just in case Annie does come in, or depending where the damage goes, if he wants to move the lock to a different ship. So yeah, it's all good from my perspective on that one. Ved here, of course, I love the fact that Ved is able, with that 2, to be able to drop it down to a 1 or to a 3, all be blue, and keep those options as wide as possible.
Oh, and Annie's turning into the fight now.
Yeah, sure. Why wouldn't he? He just has to be careful for next round because, except for Death Rain, all of the Empire ships are still in a position to just turn around and face Anakin.
Yep, Anakin has now turned it in for the next turn. I think that, Jules will want to try and burn a Torrent down before he engages Anakin here. And finally, that's what we're going to have some actual shooting.
Seven Sister attacking the blue turret now.
Yeah, with the Mag Pulse warheads.
3 hits coming in. Ooh. The panic
most
pilot for
importantly-
blue.
Most importantly, jamming off that lock.
Yeah, there's the...
Also jamming off the focus.
He had the focus, yeah, so jams that away. So also gets a deplete. So with only one die and no focus, this is probably not hurting too much. When
But
blue
we'll
is
still
shooting.
be able to take a lock using the synchronized console.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yep.
So next
Diamond
shot,
Boar Missile here. Ooh.
spending the luck.
Yep.
And spending the focus. So
Red
takes the
strain
strain.
now.
Dedicated reroll. And 1 damage for yellow.
That's a diamond boron coming in, you're right?
Oh yeah.
And rolling for the damage that is dealt by the diamond boron missiles. No damage here. 1 damage on green. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Yep.
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 So rolling for blue. Oh, a crit for blue.
Ooh.
And he takes that crit, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah,
it's
please.
damage sensor array.
Which isn't too bad for a torrent.
Yeah.
Illy will live with that.
Although, if you need one as a blocker, those barrel roll into linked evade, they're quite good.
Hmm.
But it's not the worst crit.
No, it's not the worst crit for sure. Something like a blinded pilot would be pretty bad for Illy right here. So I think he's quite happy with that. I mean, Diamond Boron Missile are definitely doing work. And yeah, the fact that everything's I4 and Julian's, this means he can put the Boron Missile in first and then get those strains around the board, put the damage in from everywhere else. It's a very, very good, very methodical choice from Jules, which I'm not surprised by.
Now we got Vat Foslo.
That's another crit coming in for yellow. Fuel leak.
Mm.
So far, good round for Julian here. Still have to wait how the Torrents can strike.
Indeed. Julian very happy. Of course, Anakin didn't have the range here, so he's able to put the hurt into the Torrents and spend the tokens without having to worry too much about what was coming from Anakin. The Torrents here, I expect to try and burn down either Fifth Brother or Seventh Sister, or at least get the Force down. So the next turn they've already got the one Force versus Anakin, so that, for example, Fifth can't try and force that crit through.
Also, Julian's engage here meant that Anakin had to re-enter the battle. So the Julian has that going for him as well, because when he has mopped up or at least killed some of the Torrents, he can change target to Anakin that's coming in.
Yeah, Jules forcing Illy's hand here quite nicely. So depending on how much Jules now takes from the Torrents, I think he'll be very happy with the way this engage has gone. Although Illy will be able to bring those Torrents in to try and block up as many turning possibilities for Julian as possible.
Yeah, so that he can strike with Anakin. So 1 hit, that was evaded.
Yeah, I think that was an iron missile. Here's the iron missile coming.
3 hits.
Ooh, clears that hand. Yeah, forcing to spend the force there.
Synchronized console gets activated.
Yep.
Blue gets a lock on Fifth Brother.
Yeah.
No.
The defeat taken there.
One hit coming in,
Yeah.
gets evaded.
Yep.
Yellow shifting target to Fifth Brother.
Gets the one hit. Want to spend the lock on the. Nope, just gonna leave it as.
And now green will take a lock on the Fifth Brother as well, I guess. Yep.
Yep.
Spends the-
Finally spends the lock.
Yeah, for 3.
And
Ooh, that's the
finally,
Rogers.
that went through.
So that was the ion missile.
Yeah.
So takes 1 damage and is ionized now.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Yeah, after 3 shots that whiffed, Illy really needed that ion missile to connect.
And that's really good for Illy because now he can decide to go hard in because Death Rain cannot turn around with that obstacle in the way. Fifth Brother ionized, so only, quote unquote, only Vad Foslo and Seventh Sister can turn into any, which means that he would have to split up his forces.
Death Rain's card is white for me, so I don't. Can't he do a barrel roll with his fusion
Yes, he can.
thermal
Yeah, so
detonator
he
drops?
can-
Yeah,
exactly. So
sure.
he can-
Yeah, so
Yep.
Vad Foslo move, but Vad Foslo is in the way for a barrel roll, because you drop that in the system phase, then you can do your action, so he cannot barrel
Could barrel
roll.
roll to the right and then bank in,
Sure,
get into the
sure,
flank of the
he
Torrents.
could do, yeah.
yeah,
too.
but he cannot turn onto any that way. That's what I meant.
No, the good thing for Jules is though is it took all of those ion missiles to be able to get 5th ionized. So at least he's taken a bunch of charges off the board here. So Jules is kind of looking at the best way he can get out of this for sure. So 5th being ionized is a problem for him, but not the end of the world. He won't want to lose him, obviously. It's going to be Torrents will just do the one forward here. Yellow block up 5th to stop him getting the focus. Red, blue, and green will go in hard to try and kill him off. Whereas everyone else would probably go after Anakin. So I like the positioning here for Illy. Jules has got a lot to do here to get everything down for sure. Yes, that's right. Ved does not have FCS. Ved has passives in this list.
Yeah, they all do.
Yeah. Yeah, chat questioning there if whether Ved spent his lock or not. I
He
don't remember if
re-rolled.
he did.
He re-rolled a die, right?
Hmm.
I will ask them about that.
Yeah.
Don't we have a judge for that?
Oh.
Timeout from server.
Oh, yeah.
TTS failing us again. It's not my fault.
Nope, not us. We can't. This is out of our control.
Okay,
Stop the clock.
stop the clock.
Yep. Yeah.
So we're
The
gonna.
game was too thinky. It crashed.
It couldn't handle firepower of that magnitude from Jules.
Yeah.
I mean, I joke, but at the same time, Jules can do maths on the fly that you and I would have to sit down with a calculator to work out. He is very good at working out every average and every possible scenario on the board. Yeah, Jules is one of those players. If coaching was allowed on the sideline, that's the one you'd want in your ear.
Okay.
Jules is just absolutely fantastic at picking everything apart very methodically, and getting those. Yeah, he will knows exactly what should happen and where it should happen and why it should happen. Which is why, yeah, I'm not surprised by any of Jules' moves, because for Jules, he wants to optimize as many things as possible. So yeah, that's TTS going, I can't handle Jules' brain. This is too much for me.
Tilt.
Exactly. Yep. Oh, Jules putting TTS on tilt. I quite like that.
So Illy writing table should be on soon. There we go.
Mhm.
So let's see if we can rejoin. Good. In the meantime, you could take a look at what we still have in our giveaway pool. We give away 2 card packs after each round, and also if we reach our sub goals, we have reached 2 already. We have some more stuff, as you can see. All right, so let me get this here again. Okay. Looks like they started the time again.
Yeah, dials are being reassigned at the moment.
Good. Okay. So, that Foslo taking away his lock, so we got that sorted out as well.
I mean, while the players are reassigning their dials, I have to give a big shout out to all of the devs and people behind the scenes getting TTS the mod fix over the weekend so that we could play
Yeah.
this event, because
Absolutely.
we had it during our event on the Friday with people coming in telling us about the latest update that had broken the game. We know they worked tonight, so I've got to give a big shout out to everyone behind the scenes that allowed us to even play this weekend.
The clock, they didn't... I thought I heard that they started the clock.
No, still stopped.
Let me reassign that to 38 minutes.
24 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, Tivo saying there have been tournaments where fuses have had the main lights off for 10 minutes to fire alarm. So, yeah, I mean, the UK Open last year, we did have a big power cut. And of course, the biggest one, of course, was when we were at Euros in 2017.
Oh,
Everyone was there for
yes.
that.
I remember that
Yeah.
very well. But it was I think it was my first international tournament that I attended. And it was just a waiting game.
3.5 hours to sit around
So,
and
Time's running.
Okay. Good. Let's start the time. Good. Yeah. Euros was such a mess. We were waiting
It
for like
was.
3 hours, and they said like,
Mm.
oh, it can go on every minute. So we couldn't even go like check out the expo, play some
Right.
board games or whatever. We just were waiting there.
Yeah, And so yeah, here's their day 2 as well. There was no side events. It was a completely messy. Yes, it was. I mean, Vince, rest his soul, did everything that he could to bring everything back as quickly as possible. But having to enter 2 full rounds of Euros manually was just I feel for the guys in that. Sorry.
So he's a barrel roll from Death Rain.
Yep.
Using his ability, dropping those thermals just to get the actions.
Putting delayed fuses on 2 of them.
Mm.
Yellow flips the damage card.
Okay, that was the
Fuel leak.
fuel leak. Yeah. So Death Rain coming in. Oh, very close to that obstacle.
Indeed. But doing as you predicted with the barrel roll and boost down. Well, barrel and move down, yeah.
Using passive sensors.
Yep, because I think he wants to, depending on how things go, he'll want to put a diamond boron missile into blue.
We'll
Which will
probably
light up
take a
Torrents.
lock. Yeah.
Mm.
Seven Sister trying to bait Anakin, I guess. Or at least bully him away a bit. And Vet Fosler also using the passive sensors. And Anakin zooming in quite fast.
Yeah.
Range 1 to Seven
The-
Sister now.
Yeah, he's going to have the space to get round Seven Sister as well. So he's going to have to sit there and take it.
Evade on Anakin. And text Fifth Brother.
Yep, this will be the Auto Blaster. And with the crit bot, he'll push things through.
Rerolls 1.
Predator, yeah.
So could spend 2 force for that crit.
R7,
so the,
A7.
Oh yeah, R7 A7. That's not a force.
Yeah, Jules will spend a force here. And just take
Just
it on the shield.
one, yeah, one shield. That is okay.
But those are the first points gained in the game.
Indeed.
Seven Sister locking Anakin. Ooh, hit it crit. No need to modify here.
Yeah, good roll.
Ooh,
Uses the Brilliant Evasion.
he does indeed.
And the evade.
Yes, our Seven Sister will spend both her force and try and force the crit through. Which is what I think they're looking at doing now.
Yeah. I mean,
Which if I'm,
looks like it's
Yeah.
an obvious choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
yeah, it
She
is.
did. Also, stealth device is inactive now.
Yes.
Damaged engine on Annie.
Which isn't the worst thing in the world for the Actis, but it's
yeah.
not good either.
Yeah, but Annie's also already down to one force. Stealth device is gone, and he only has 2 hull left. So
Yeah.
he's already hanging by a thread.
And still has Vedfal's low to shoot into him as well. I think here, though, we see the Diamond Boron missile from Death Rain into blue, push it down, shooting the Torrents.
Yeah.
Fifth will try and take out the remaining one, and Ved will go into Anakin. I
Oh.
think that's what we'll see next. Go on.
Predator is primary only, but so he did not use the auto blaster. Just use the primary of the Eta 2.
Do you get an extra die for being in bullseye with the Actis?
Yeah.
Then yes, sure.
So that damaged engine, like I said, not good, not terrible.
Ooh.
But now we
We
have
hit
to
it.
hit a
Apparently.
crit.
Again.
That was on green.
No, green's using the dedicated.
Dedicated. Okay.
Yep.
For blue
Rolls
to
you raise.
reroll, I guess. Looks like another panicked for blue.
I thought it was a direct.
No direct
Uh,
hit.
Yeah, directed. Okay.
So
Did
blue
catch
down
it
to
in time.
1. So now target lock on
It's
blue.
blue.
Yeah, Diamond
Yeah, with the-
Boron, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I saw this coming. and
Brutal.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game might be over soon.
Well, there's still a lot of ships there in the game, so
Yeah.
and half an hour to play.
Wait for it.
3 hits.
Jules just like rolling
Hot.
absolute fire this round.
So
But here we go.
blue dead.
Yep.
And there will be the rolls for the Diamond Boron.
Chat actually points out here that the doesn't enough charges left to do the splash damage for the Diamond Boron missile.
Yeah,
Either way,
right.
though, it's got rid
Oh,
of blue.
okay.
So ATC making that a crit and then spending the lock.
Ow.
Anakin taking the crit.
Damage sensor array.
Ouch.
That is very ungood for a Actis.
Yeah.
You want to do your pre-position moves? Nah, I'm gonna turn those off.
Denied.
This was a very, very good turn for Jules in the attack here. I'm scared he might lose fifth, but I think at this point he'll take the trade.
So yellow has to shoot on fat.
Yep.
2 hits coming in. And fat takes 1 shield.
Bernier Force keeping him alive on 1. And the range 2 from green, just try and finish him off.
Now looks like another iron missile.
Yes.
And I think Fifth Brother's dead.
Yeah,
Nope.
he wants to try and get. All he needs to do is push through the 1 damage. So he spends the charge, put the missile in to just force it through.
That was a lot of work to get Fifth Brother off the table. 2 full
Too
rounds
much.
of shooting.
Too much work for Illy, and in return he's lost a torrent and half of Anakin. and Anakin is now extremely limited to what he can do.
Seven Sister will be fully recharged on Force next turn. Might even what possibilities to turn around? Do they have sloops, Caterans,
Talons.
talents?
They do have, yeah, they have 2 Talon and a, I think it's a 3 and a 5k.
It's a 4K.
Okay.
She has a lock still on Annie, so she can turn around, use her ability, get the damage through. Anakin will be dead.
I think 4K is the safer option here. 2 talent can be blocked by green, for example, or red as well.
Yeah, I don't think you'll see it. I think you actually just see the hard one.
Yeah. Hard one. It's the best move in the game.
Oh, by far. No, I think you'll see the hard one in by 7th, and then you'll see the one forward from Ved and try and trap Anakin. Anakin might try and get out of dodge. Anakin might go to the right-hand side here
Yeah.
and kind of come back around after healing up those crits. I must say, the one thing I'm surprised by in a very good way is the use of thermal detonators here by Jules with Death Rain. It's a now very cheap way to get even more charges for Death Rain to get as many more actions, and I really like that. I mean, it's not something I've seen before. I haven't played Jules since he's updated the list. I think it's a really cool addition.
The chat's saying that the Brilliant Evasion can be used in Bullseye, and that should be fixed.
Indeed.
So Annie would be down one more force.
Yes, he would. That's what we have judges for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I know the judge is watching the game.
Yeah, he's in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Force gets flipped.
Yeah, and that's the thing. At the end of the day, although these two are very good players, and Jules, I know I've got a lot of experience with. Although I've a personal experience with Illy, you don't get through to the top cut without in this field without being good. Yeah, the players are human, so are the judges as well, and we all make mistakes. Nick just likes to cheat on our stream; it's fine. But yeah, we'll try and get it right as quickly as we can. But of course, that's what we got the judges for. Again, doing a fantastic job keeping this event moving very quickly and very smoothly yesterday. Nick, it is our stream, therefore we can all cheat, or no one can cheat. And I say you can't cheat.
So we have around about 25 minutes left in the game. So far, the lead is not too big, just 18 points. But Julian in a very good position now. Can put some more pressure on Illy. So, and we have the first player getting into the top 8. Sasha Wagner beating Ollie Pocknell in the top 16.
I was keeping tabs on Ollie all day yesterday. Keep each other going throughout the day. And I know he had quite a few close scrapes yesterday, so we just to find out what happened there.
So Death Rain taking a damage. Bad Foslow bumping. There's the K turn.
Okay.
Yep. Ooh, and Ved getting the lovely block there on Anakin with 7th sat right behind him. Of course, 7th has 1 charge left on the Magpulse Warhead, has the lock, only needs 1 damage to finish off Anakin, so I think that's what you'll see coming up.
Oh. It crit. Yeah, but just shields.
Yeah.
Okay, is that into red?
Yep.
Ooh, red taking the crit.
What's the crit through? Notice he's dedicated.
Ah, whiffs.
Still
Yep.
taking the crit.
It was worth a shot, though.
Stun pilot.
Players here just realizing the thermal detonator should have gone off. Doesn't hit anyone, no harm, no foul. But as you can see, though, or as you can't see, those bombs are so difficult to see on the map.
Yeah.
Very easy to forget.
Only
So this
one
is the
hit
Magpulse
here.
Warhead. Yep. Spends the lock.
Or another hit.
Yep.
But dodges it.
Yep. Yep, red hit into 7th. Gonna use the ion missile. Ooh, completely whiffs, has
Oh.
to spend the lock.
Does not spend the lock.
No, choosing to keep it for another turn.
Hmm.
Interesting. I would have spent it.
Yeah, when you get the chance, why not?
Yeah. Or else you're just wasting the ion missile there.
Yeah, at least you want your sister to use her force
Yeah,
for her
exactly.
not to be charged up fully.
Yeah.
And save again.
Mm. Not sure what the players are pointing out here.
Yeah. So they are back to dials, I guess.
Yep. No, the block from Ved though with Anakin's key because he wasn't allowed to able to repair the damage sensor, so Anakin's
Yeah.
not going to be able to barrel out. Of course, look at recharging the force there. Yep, 7th system now back up to full force. Yeah, Anakin not being able to get out of dodge very easily is very good for Jules. I think he's going to be able to keep the pressure up behind Anakin. I'm not sure what Jules is going to be thinking for the rest of the list. I think you'll see a 4K turn from Deathbrain here. Try and get behind.
Yeah.
With Ved as well, maybe he'll turn the 5K into a 4K, land on the gas cloud. I'm not quite sure. What do you guys think Illy's going to be looking at doing here?
I guess he will try to fit in the Heart 1 with the yellow torrent to not go over that obstacle. Yeah, red trying to get in the way. Oh, okay.
Green K turning over Death Rain.
Oh, takes the hit.
Takes it. Well, he did the K-turn last time. This is him coming back over the rock, and he took a hit both times. I saw you point that out in the chat there, but yes, Death Rain is empty, so there was no bomb this turn. Ooh,
Oh,
he does block Death
yeah.
Rain onto the rock. Nicely done.
Huh.
Rolls for the damage and takes a hit.
Takes it. Yeah.
Yep. I don't think Jewel cares too much at this point. Death Rain has done his job for sure.
Okay, Seven Sister gets blocked by red. And Annie's out of here. Repair the sensor array.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So Anakin repaired the damage sensor array, right?
Yeah, and will be shot at
Yes.
range 3 by Seven Sisters this turn. But that is all.
Is that the 4 die shot from Voslo? Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Crit on red.
Console fire.
Yep.
Yeah. Range
Range
3
3.
from Seven Sister into Anakin. He's up to 2 force now.
Ooh.
Only one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got it. So now, blue trying to get half points on Death Ray maybe. Ooh, with the 3 hits.
That's what torrents are good for.
It takes them all.
Takes it over.
Huh?
Yeah.
So Julian only leading by 6 points now. Another shot. Only one this time. Yeah.
Easily evaded.
Lots of paint here.
Let's see. Console fire for red. Take another hit. So red and yellow down to 2 hull. Green still has 4 left. And Anakin hanging by, but is up to full force now.
So yellow is stressed. Green is stressed. So yellow cannot K-turn. Blue maybe wants to block Death Rain.
It's green. Get your colors right.
Red.
It's still early. People haven't had enough coffee yet.
I only had 1 cup so far.
Mm.
Definitely not enough.
I never had a
I'll
single
be,
cup
I'll
in
be
my
using
life.
my microphone soon to crack open my monster. That's for damn sure. Yes, red is on 2 hull. Yeah, they've laid. Yeah, it's out by.
Yellow takes the evade. I mean, he's down to 2 hull.
Yeah, you have to check the overlay.
Yeah, because red is down to 2.
Red is down
We add-
to 2. Oh, okay.
Daniel, we need to conscript the overlay guy for the next tournament.
Yes.
I usually leave that up to Nick, but if not, I have to do it.
Maybe I can borrow Nick.
You're welcome to have him. As long as you can understand disgruntled Welsh, you're fine.
I'll bring it back in good condition.
Yeah, Nick said he makes me do the overlay. All good fun. Love winding up Nick. It has to be done.
Anakin K turning around here, wants to get back into the fight.
Yeah, it needs to get back as quickly as possible because he knows that Julian has easy points on the board here. Yep, he's going to spend the force to guarantee the least a crit going through. Spends a lock first. Yep. Doesn't spend the force, spends a lock. Spends the evade, crit goes through. Spends the force to then push it through because 7th Sister Duke.
So that means Red is dead.
That is, yeah.
Yep.
Strong combination here.
Looks like Death Rain into yellow.
Yep.
Spends the evade is safe for now.
Yep.
Now Ved Foslo.
Also into yellow, hit and hit.
Yeah, guess that is.
Ooh. One getting
Take
in.
one. Yep.
So yellow's down to 1.
Yep. I'll spend the lock here.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah. Got opportunities to take Death Rain off the table. You spend it where you got it.
Yeah. Swapping luck to yellow. Oh, that's a good roll. Hit it crit now. And
takes the roll.
Death Rain is dead.
Yeah, that is a dead Death Rain.
Still a very close game. Around about 10 minutes to go. Julian leading by 9 points.
Julian does need to deal the cards out of his deck, though.
Did he not?
No, he put Death Rain to side and not drawn it because he's only got the 4 damage cards sat there on Death Rain.
Yep.
There we go.
Yep.
Aussie as in Australian. I've never heard the term Aussie for an Austrian.
No, I've never heard that either. Oh, if we could see the Gundarks in the chat, I've played on their stream last year. They're a lovely bunch of guys down there.
It's in general, it's amazing how many Twitch streams we have by now just for X-Wing.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's like chat shows. Yeah, by the end of it, we all appear on each other's one by the end of it.
Yeah.
We get around, but we love it. Yeah, the Twitch community has been absolutely fantastic. Twitch, YouTube, whatever you're streaming on, the community has been absolutely fantastic. It's been lovely doing collaborations throughout the last couple of years. It's why, when I spoke to you guys It's supposed to fun work before the event. So if I crash out, I'm more than happy to jump on if you'll have me, and it's why I'm absolutely love being here. And of course, I'm here for top 16. I'll be back for top 4 as well.
Yes. Yeah, it's glad to have you here. And it shows like during this whole lockdown how close the X-Wing community got together worldwide.
Oh yeah, for sure.
One of the or maybe the only benefit that we had from this pandemic is like people getting close together from all of the globe.
Yeah.
So more shots,
Anakin.
Anakin.
Not the greatest of roles.
He's
Thinking about.
Yep. Spends 1 force.
And spending the last from R7A7.
No, he did not.
No.
Cleanly evaded by some sister.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no point for the R7A7 here because he couldn't have pushed the crit into the hull. Seventh will spend her force here.
Spends the focus.
Spends the lock focus here.
Spends the evade.
Ooh.
Yep.
Fat for slow, taking the lock on Annie, I believe.
Oh yeah, all day long. All day long.
Yeah, wants to get rid of Annie. That will give him the victory.
Yeah.
If Annie goes down, there's no recovering from that.
No.
So a slight TTS issue here.
Wondering what's going on.
Lock it.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah, there we go. That's the. Come on, Jules, do the right thing. Take that at it.
Yeah, just lock the rock. It's fine.
I'm going to lock that rock.
He's thinking of the easy points of halving green or trying to kill Anakin.
Kill Anakin.
The win condition is trying to kill Anakin.
Get rid of the past. Kill it if you have to.
Looks good.
Someone to a crit. Spend
Spends
lock.
luck, yeah. Oh yeah. He did crits.
Get 3.
Looks fine.
Oh yeah.
That's
And
good.
get him.
Yeah.
Poof.
Probably GG here for Julian.
Yes.
Yep.
Annie, are you okay? No.
Oh, the amount of times that song has gone through my head. It's just stupid. And insult injury pushes
okay.
through
But
a crit into
Yeah, console fire for
Seventh.
Fat for slow.
no, Charles, he did not joust.
no, not quite.
No, he's not Dale. Cromwell will joust anything and everything.
Give me Imperial Aces and the joust.
I mean, it's Cromwell. I've played him a couple of times, and I've commentated on him more, and I have been by his side watching his games and going, why, he does things that just makes your head scratch. I think Cromwell has a screw loose. He just wants to get games over and done with as quickly as possible, which means to him rolling as much dice as he can and seeing what's left. When I like rolling dice and seeing what's left, I love violence. I just don't joust everything.
Yeah. I remember that. I think it was at Euros and it was on stream, that game with the huge comeback from Dale. That was absolutely amazing. So Funwalk in the chat, kill that Foslo for final salvo? Yes, absolutely. That is an option.
yeah.
That Foslo worth 46 points. You already got half of it.
Especially with Seven Sister not being able to turn around this turn.
Yeah.
Green Dragoon won 200 to 151. So Empire Aces in the top 8 now.
And Shellen Babo also in the top 8 now with his 4-ship scum list.
Two hits from Fat into Yellow, 1 evade, 1 hit taken,
Yes, it's with yellow and green on 1 health now.
and Yellow's dead.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
1 health left on green. You'll see yellow do the so you see Seventh Sister do the blue hard 1 round the rock. You'll see Ved get out of dodge, clear the consort fire, and GG.
Sith Taker Tim, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub.
Indeed. Morning, Tim. I said, yeah, even more streamers in the chat. I see Enigma as well. Morning, Jason. Morning, Charles. So yeah, everyone in the chat, everyone having a good old loving on a Sunday morning, because nothing's better than Sunday morning than watching people roll dice and shooting violence.
Yeah. Oh, and Jason has, I have to say, by far, for my personal preference, the best repaints I have seen.
They're not bad. I kid. I know. I love.
They're
Jason's work.
okay-ish.
Yeah, no, I kid. Jason knows I love his work. I've spoken to him on many occasions, and yeah, he is a.
Yeah.
Apart from he's a very lovely guy. He is a very, very talented painter.
Yeah, I remember when I first stumbled upon his work, it was the Darth Maul Ghost that I've seen.
Okay.
And that was just brilliant.
Yeah, that thing is a thing of beauty. Changed it to a crit.
So
Spends
Fat
a lot.
did not repair the console fire, yeah?
Ooh.
Oh, GG. Lovely, just violence to the end.
Okay.
All of the violence.
So that
That's
is.
GG.
Did he finish green, or is he left? Or has he left one?
No, he's finished green.
Okay.
Jules is just doing what Jules does best and goes, I just want to push everything through. How much damage can I actually cause you? Insult to injury here, spends the force, hit crit. Pushes another crit through just because he can. And I don't blame him.
So, congratulations to Julian Hood for reaching top 8 of the DXM 2021. Thank you, Phil, for co-hosting, and we will see you again in the top 4 game.
You're welcome. Yes, I will be back for that for sure. So I shall see you guys then.
See ya.